Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about Wonder Woman, the relationship between Ares, Hera, and Diana in a minute. Go check out Emergency Awesome, great channel. And that's the channel that actually revealed this information to me. And now I'm going to take it and I'm going to share it with you guys. Before I do, I want to read from Proverbs 25:4-5. It says, "Take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the finer. Take away the wicked from before the king, and his throne shall be established in righteousness." Now, there are two ways to look at this. But in short, if you take away impurities from silver, you actually have purified silver, which is just better, right, for whatever you're going to make. Similarly, if you take away people who give terrible, wicked advice to you in your life, or even wickedness from within your life, you are all the better. And as a king or someone in leadership, it will help you to be established in the right path and in truth and in goodness. So that's what that scripture goes into. Let's look at Ares versus Wonder Woman, and let's look at the relationship between Ares, Wonder Woman, and Hippolyta. Okay? Let's first start off by looking at this fan's depiction of Ares versus Wonder Woman here in World War I. Now, we haven't seen Ares a full clear picture of Ares from the trailers of Wonder Woman. I'm glad they withheld that. And this depiction by a fan takes the Ares toy and he actually integrates it into this picture using certain techniques and skills to make it look real. And also, even this Wonder Woman could have come from a Wonder Woman figure, but he's integrated the two together to give you this beautiful piece of fan art, which I thought was just excellent, just breathtakingly beautiful. Having said that, though, we have Ares. We have a little quick shot of Ares versus Wonder Woman in the Wonder Woman trailer. I really love it. There's so many other things. We saw Wonder Woman blocking a tremendously powerful, thick beam of energy of some kind. So we know that Wonder Woman will be fighting Ares in this movie. But there is a relationship between Ares and Wonder Woman, it seems. This is all ifs and speculation still, based on the following. So let's start off by talking about who Ares is. Ares, according to Wikipedia, in ancient Greek mythology, is the Greek god of war. He's one of 12 Olympians. He is the son of Zeus and Hera. Now you will hear Wonder Woman say, "Great Hera," right? And this is where it comes from. Zeus's wife is Hera. And Zeus has been unfaithful to Hera. He's got children with outside, all kinds of other things going on there. But in Greek literature anyway, Ares represents the physical or violent and untamed aspects of war, in contrast to his sister, the armored Athena, who functions as the goddess of intelligence, including military strategy and generalship. And very interestingly enough, Wonder Woman is considered wise as Athena. So it's very important to understand that Wonder Woman is steeped in Greek mythology. Okay? And that leads me to the next point. But before I go there, I want to say a couple other things about Ares. The Greeks were ambivalent toward Ares. Although he embodied the physical valor necessary for success in war, he was a dangerous force, overwhelming, insatiable in battle, destructive, and man-slaughtering. Okay? Now, Hippolyta, according to DC Comics, we'll go with DC Comics first, and then we'll go into the Greek lore, and we'll see if how closely they overlap. Hippolyta was a fictional superhero that appeared in American comics produced by DC. The character is based on Hippolyta, queen of the Amazons from Greek mythology. She's also the mother of Wonder Woman and Donna Troy. Now, the character Hippolyta first appeared in All-Star Comics number 8, along with Wonder Woman, in 1941, the same comic book that introduced the daughter of Wonder Woman. The original version of the character possessed black hair. According to the story, Hippolyta and the Amazons once rested in Amazonia in the days of ancient Greece. until they were beguiled and bested by the demigod Hercules, who had been inspired by the god of war Ares to go after her. She was able to beat him thanks to the magic girdle, but he seduced her and tricked her into removing the girdle and allowing him to steal it. This caused them to lose their super strength in favor of their patron goddess Aphrodite. You know, again, Wonder Woman is compared to Aphrodite because she's so beautiful. She's beautiful at Aphrodite. She's also considered stronger than Hercules. So all of these characters, these Greek mythos, are incorporated into the DC. DC is like a modern Greek mythos, okay? Eventually, she and other Amazons were forgiven, but had to wear bracelets to remind them of the folly of submitting to men. To regain their status, the Amazons were decreed to leave the mortal world and relocate to Paradise Island. There they established their own society, free from the evils of man's world. So long as they remained there and Hippolyta retained the possession of her magic girdle, the Amazons would be immortal. Much of this history is now adapted, varied, and changed, as they go on to say. Now, we already talked about Ares in the movie, and I want to just show you something else. Hippolyta, now we're going to go into Greek mythology, okay? Hippolyta, according to Greek mythology, she is the Amazonian queen who possessed a magic girdle that was given to her by her father, Ares, the god of war. So now we're getting a sort of picture here. We're getting a picture that Hippolyta, who is the mother of Wonder Woman, she is the daughter of Ares, the god of war. So Zeus has a number of children. Athena, Ares are mentioned here, wife Hera. And now we learn that Ares, who's the daughter of Zeus, is the father of Hippolyta, according to Greek mythology. I don't know if DC Comics follows that line, but definitely Greek mythology goes that way. And Hera is the mother of Wonder Woman. Now, we know there are two different takes on this. The first take is that, the original take was that Hippolyta, the mother of Diana, was not a natural mother, but was given as motherhood because Diana was formed from clay. The second version, which goes into, I believe, the New 52 and possibly in Rebirth, is that actually Hippolyta, she had relations with Zeus outside of the wedlock that Zeus had with Hera. Meaning, Zeus is married to Hera, but yet Zeus is going and having this affair with Hippolyta. And Diana comes as about. So she's the direct daughter of Zeus. Now, when we listen to the movie, they say that the gods created the Amazons to protect the world from war and disaster and destruction. So I'm not sure if Zeus, how this origin story goes. But what we know for sure is that if they're using from the Greek mythos, then it's possible that Hippolyta may be the daughter of Ares. And if she is the daughter of Ares, then Ares is the grandfather of Diana. But then it gets a little bit more complicated, because if Diana is the daughter of Zeus, then she's the half-sister of Ares. So it depends on how you want to look at Ares. Ares could be the grandfather of Diana, or he could be the brother, half-brother of Diana, which would be kind of weird. But since Diana is also mentioned as a goddess, then you're saying that Diana is a descendant of Ares, but yet she's a descendant of Zeus. Then she's not mortal or human at all. So it could be very interesting. So I just wanted to give you these possibilities because it was Emergency Awesome who actually shows the relationship between Ares, Hippolyta, and Diana. But if Diana is actually born of Zeus, that even makes it more interesting. Now, there was another rumor circulating around, and so I just decided to delve into it. So the cast of Wonder Woman, people speculate that the actor who played a role in the Harry Potter movies as Mr. Lupin, that somehow this same actor, who is David Thewlis, he's playing Ares undercover. Well, as we can see here from IMDb, there's no evidence of that. What we see is that David Thewlis plays Sir Patrick. That's what we do know. And Sir Patrick, if you go and look at the DC Extended Universe information on Sir Patrick, he's Sir Patrick Morgan, and Sir Patrick Morgan is a member of the War Council during the events of World War I. He's against the war and thus advocated for peace and amnesty. Now, it's very possible that Sir Patrick is not Aries at all, and that this actor here, because you know rumors, how rumors are, David Willis has nothing to do with Aries. But some people say that he's been doing the voiceover for Aries, so they tie the actor into that. Now, I don't know if the corrector Sir Patrick, to start with, is a corrector that actually is the cover for Aries. We don't know about that. What we do know is he is on a war console, which says he could be patched in. But the fact that he's looking to actually end the war and find peace is contradictory to what you would think Mastermind corrector would Aries would do. Then again, it could fit into the play. But what we do know as fact is that David Willis is not playing Aries. According to this information from IMDb, he's playing Sir Patrick, who seems to be a pacifist actually on the War Council, and he's looking for a way to end the war. So I can't say that the actor who's playing Sir Patrick is actually playing Ares as well, or voiceover for him, or if he's actually playing the role of Ares. What I can say is that definitively those rumors about him being Ares or not being Ares, they're not substantiated. Okay, you gotta have to actually watch the movie to see if he has anything to do with Ares at all. People also speculate that the actor who is playing General Eric Ludendorff, he's going to be Ares. That's Danny Houston. And Danny Houston played a role of in the X-Men movies. He was I forgot what his name is. You guys can say the name, right? In the X-Men movies, the guy who was experimenting. He's the one that added the adamantium to Wolverine, etc. Anyway, so General Eric Ludendorff was an actual character from World War I. Okay, you will notice that there's a lot of mixing of what actually happened, historical facts, with some of this sci-fi or imaginations of what happened in World War I. So this is very interesting. But I doubt that General Eric Ludendorff would be Ares. I don't think he would be, because he survived World War I and was one of the people responsible for the start of World War II, his philosophy and things. So I don't think he's going to be Ares either. So maybe Ares is in the background prodding people to do certain things, but not necessarily is he in a humanoid form. What I do know is he is related to Wonder Woman in some way, shape, or form, and maybe this movie will explore if he is the grandfather of Wonder Woman or if he is the half brother of Wonder Woman. Either way, it's very intriguing, and I'm waiting for the movie to come out so I can actually give you a definitive answer on that. So on that note, I hope you guys enjoyed this little breakdown about Ares and Wonder Woman. It started off with Emergency Awesome, so you can go ahead and check out his video on the possibility of Ares being related to Wonder Woman, which would be interesting. But again, once again, just because you're related to someone doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to favor them or love them or anything, because I mean, Ares waged war against Zeus, and they're saying that in the storyline Zeus gets killed by Ares. I don't know if that's true. I can't really say. I would really prefer to see the movie and then I'll know. But it's a very interesting movie. I'll give you that. So on that note, I hope you guys have a great one. Leave your comments below, and don't forget to donate to my channel. Simply message me to find out how to donate.